Wikipedia, one of my favorite sites. Let me say that up front. Great resource. But they came out and told marketers and PR reps to come clean when editing entries on Wikipedia. Now, this has been an issue for a long time, right? But there's so many things wrong with this story. One is, the people who are trying to game Wikipedia are not going to come clean. Just asking them to come clean is not going to do it. So I don't know how effective that is. Brands and companies are apparently paying people to edit their entries on Wikipedia. Obviously, there's ethical issues with that, but it's just plain stupid because you're going to be found out. You're going to get bad PR as a result of that. 3, there's no way to enforce this. There's no way that Wikipedia can really enforce it except for asking people to come clean, which they won't if they're doing it anyway. And then finally, there's the relationship between the Wikipedia editors who are overseeing pages and people who represent brands and companies who legitimately want to go in there and clean stuff up and report facts and everything and not game the system, but because there's an antagonistic relationship between the two, you don't get as quality content as you could for everybody who's got the best interest in mind. So it's sort of a weird dynamic with Wikipedia that I don't know that there's an answer to, but this story highlighted the fact that there's no real good answer to this.
There really isn't a good answer, and Wikipedia is really a valuable resource. So it's a shame to see that people use it in that way.
Well, you can find me at e-strategyblog.com, on Twitter at @derickson. You can find BL at whatsnextblog.com, at whatsnext on Twitter, at maximum-plus.com for all things Google+. And Chef, why don't you tell everybody where everybody can find you at your various places?
Well, I'm pretty easy to find. I'm AskChefDennis.com, and on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I'm AskChefDennis. So pretty much if you Google that, you're going to come across me in a bunch of different places.
And on those places, we'll find information about the virtual bloggers conference that you're hosting next week. And one of the things that we didn't point out is that it's free.
It's free, absolutely free.
So we thank you for joining us, and we will timestamp the video so that you can go to any segment that you want to see, and we will post it on the Beyond Social Media Show blog and on our Google Plus page. And we'll see you next week when our special guest will be Scott Scowcroft, who will talk to us about the Scott treatment of videos that you're just really going to want to learn about. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.